Two till places, everyone. Places, two. And we're on the air in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good evening.
Ba-dum ba-ba-da-da-dum ba-bum ba-ba-da-da-dum ba-bum ba-dum ba-bum ba-dum ba-bum ba-dum ba-ba-ba-ba-bum ba-da-da-da-dum ba-bum ba-ba-da-da-dum ba-bum ba-dum ba-bum ba-dum ba-bum ba-dum ba-ba-da-da-dum.
Tonight, WBFR, Playhouse of the Air, and our sponsors present a story of suspense and mystery entitled The 39 Steps. Each week at this hour, we invade your living rooms, provided that your radio holds up, to bring you exciting stories of the strange and unusual, dark and compelling yarns cold from the four corners of the world, bringing murder back into the home where it belongs. Tonight, we present a tale immortalized on celluloid by the Master of Suspense, Alfred Hitchcock. The 39 Steps. This evening's jolly little tale begins with a murder, and then things get really serious, and the danger begins. Now, before I give you the wrong idea, I want to make one thing clear. I abhor violence. That is why on this program, we're only using shooting, garroting, and what else? Stabbing to the absolutely essential to the program. Or when the whim strikes. Our play begins in a music hall, and the title is The 39 Steps. That's all I intend to tell you. You'll have to figure out the rest yourself.
Wales over here, too.
I don't like these seats.
Couldn't get any closer.
That's because you're cheap.
Why is it so dark in here?
Down in front, you fat bastard!
Ladies and gentlemen, with your kind attention and permission, I now have the honor of presenting to you one of the most remarkable women in the world, Mrs. Memory. Every day, she commits to memory 50 new facts. 50, ladies and gentlemen, facts from history, geography, newspapers, and scientific books. Millions and millions of them. And she remembers them all. Test her, ladies and gentlemen. Test her. Ask her any question you like, and she will answer you fully and freely. Mrs. Memory!
Thank you.
A question, please. A question from anyone in the audience. Ladies first.
Where's me old man been since last Saturday?
On the base!
In the slammer.
Out with his bed.
A serious question, please.
What won the Derby in 1921?
Mr. Jack Jude's humorist with Steve Donahue won. Won by a length at odds 6-1. Second and third, Prayer and Limonora. Am I right, man?
Right.
Well, I'll be.
Thank you very much. A question, please, from anyone. Do not hesitate. Another question, please.
Oh, what causes Pippin Poultry?
How many races did Mick the Miller win?
How old is Mae West?
How far is Winnipeg from Montreal?
Who was the last British heavyweight champion of the world?
Henry VIII.
My old woman!
Bob Simmons. He defeated Jim Corbett, the heavyweight champion of America, at Carson City, Nevada in October 1897. He was then 34 years of age. Am I right, sir?
Right.
What causes Pippin Poultry?
How many races did Mick the Miller win?
How old is Mae West?
How far is Winnipeg from Montreal?
Where's me old man been since last Saturday? Madam, he's been where you can't ask him silly questions.
How far is Winnipeg from Montreal?
Miss Winnie who, sir?
How far is Winnipeg from Montreal?
A gentleman from Canada. You're welcome, sir. Winnipeg, the third city of Canada and the capital of Manitoba. Distance from Montreal, 1,710 miles. Am I right, sir?
Quite right.
Wow.
What causes Pippin Poultry?
How many races did Mick the Miller win?
How old is Mae West?
Get your bloody arms off of me. We're in the theater for crying out loud.
You started it, you rat bastard.
Gentlemen, please. You're not at home. For God's sake, play something. Play something.
Let the lady through. Stand back, please. Hold on to my arm, miss. I'll get you out of here. Get back there. Clear the aisles. This way, miss.
I hate the theater.
It was your idea.
I still hate the theater.
Oh, goodness.
Beep beep.
There you are, miss. Take a good, deep breath.
Thank you.
Are you all right?
Yes, I think so. I just had to get out of that theater, that's all.
A lot of people had that idea.
Well, it wasn't the panic that frightened me. It was something else.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Oh, I'm in terrible trouble. Will you help me?
What kind of trouble?
I'm afraid I can't tell you here. Can we, go someplace and talk?
Well, my flat is nearby.
May I come home with you?
It's your funeral. Come on. There's a bus. Go in, miss.
Thank you.
If I could just find this light switch.
Oh, no, don't turn on the lights. It'll be safer.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Will you pull down the blinds, please?
Very well. This just puts me doubly in the dark. My name is Richard Hannay. Any objections to telling me yours?
No. It's Smith. Annabella Smith.
Smith? Really?
Is there anything wrong with it?
No. It's just an unusual name.
Do you want to know more about me? What do you think I do for a living?
Actress?
Not in the way you mean.
Chorus?
Certainly not. I'm a freelance.
Out for adventure, eh?
That's right. Don't answer the telephone.
Why not?
Because I think it's for me. Please, don't answer.
Say, what's this all about? You said you were in trouble.
You don't believe me?
I believe you're slightly hysterical.
Well, if I am, I have good reason. I was the one who fired those shots in the theater tonight.
You? Why?
To create a diversion. I had to get out of that theater quickly. There were two men there who wanted to kill me.
You should be more careful in choosing your gentlemen friends.
You've got to believe me.
Why should anyone want to kill you?
You wouldn't understand.
Well, you're not making it easy for me. A beautiful, mysterious woman pursued by gunmen? Sounds like a spy story.
That's exactly what it is. Only I prefer the word agent.
Agent? For what country?
Any country that pays me.
What is your country?
I have no country.
Born in a balloon. I suppose you've come to dig up some great big state secret.
No, I'm here to save a secret. A very important secret for this country. Not because I love England, but because it will pay me better. The very brilliant agent of a certain foreign power is on the point of obtaining a secret vital to your country's air defense. I tracked two of the agent's men to that music hall, but unfortunately they recognized me, and that's why they're after me now.
You ever heard of a thing called persecution mania?
You still don't believe me.
Frankly, I don't, Annabella.
Very well. If you'll go and look out the window, you'll see two men standing across the street. I'd hoped I'd shaken them off. Look, please do.
All right. I'll play a game a bit further.
Oh, don't let them see you!
Well,
By Jove, you're right. There's two of them. And they seem to be looking up here.
come away from the window, please. Do you believe me now?
I suppose I must.
I'm going to tell you something which is not very healthy to know. But now that they followed me here, you're in it as much as I am.
So it seems.
Have you heard of the 39 steps?
No. What's that? A pub?
What? Never mind. But this much you must know. What you were laughing at is true. These men are ruthless, and I'm the only person who can stop them. If they're not stopped, it's a matter of days, perhaps hours, before the secret is out of the country.
Why don't you just phone the police?
Because they wouldn't believe me any more than you did. And even if they did, how long do you think it would take to get them going? These men act quickly. You don't know how clever the chief is. Clever and merciless.
What's their name?
The chief has dozens of names and can look like 100 different people. But there's one thing they cannot disguise. The top part of the little finger on their right hand is missing. If you should ever meet someone with no top joint there, well, be very careful, my friend.
Thanks. I'll make a note of it. Meanwhile, what are you going to do?
I'm frightened!
You needn't be. What you need is a good night's rest.
Oh, yes, I do.
You're welcome to my bed. I'll get a shakedown on the couch.
Are you sure you don't mind?
Sleeping on the couch? I've done it dozens of times.
No, I mean being in danger.
I'm not quite convinced of that yet. Now, is there anything I can get you?
Yes. Have you a map of Scotland, please?
A map of Scotland. I believe I have an atlas over here somewhere. If I could just find... Ah, yes, there it is. Are you going deer stalking or just plain hiking?
There's someone in Scotland whom I must visit next if anything is to be done.
I see. And are these 39 steps in Scotland by any chance?
Perhaps I'll tell you tomorrow. Good night, Mr. Hannay.
Good night, Annabella. Pleasant dreams.
Pleasant dreams. Pleasant
Pleasant
dreams.
dreams.
Pleasant
dreams.
Dreams.
Dreams. Tick. Tock. Tick.
Gong.
Tick.
Gong.
Tick.
Gong.
Tock. Tick.
Gong.
Annabella! Annabella, was that you? Annabella, open that door! Annabella, will you open that door? Do I have to break it down? Annabella, where are you?
Oh,
What's the matter?
They came in through the window. One of them had a knife.
Annabella, you're bleeding. I'll call a doctor. Instead,
You've got to stop those men. In a few days, they'll have the secret out of the country.
well, how will I stop them?
Professor Scotland.
What's there? Who's the professor?
They'll get you like they did me.
Annabella! Annabella!
Aberdeen Express, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Aberdeen, Kinnick, and Fort William. All aboard!
Ticket for Kenrick, please.
One, sir.
Yes, one. And hurry, please.
One ticket for Kenrick, Scotland. Here you are, sir.
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
Oh, not by us, it ain't. Sit down, young fellow.
Papers, magazines, chocolates, cigarettes.
Oi, I wonder what won the 2 o'clock at Windsor.
I don't know. Let's get the paper.
Paper, please, miss. The dispatch. Thank you.
What's one?
Bachelor Bud! At 7 to 4 odds.
Good, not so good.
Hello, look at this. Woman murdered in West End flat.
These sex dramas do not appeal to me.
Portland Mansions. Oh, Portland Place!
By the BBC. That's a nice quiet place to put someone to sleep. What was she like? One of the usuals? Another tipsy blonde?
A well-dressed woman of about 25, found with a knife in her back. The tenant, Richard Hannay, is missing. The police are all on the trail and watching with careful eye all points of departure from London.
So that's what they're doing here, eh?
Who?
Scotland Yard. Those bobbies. I seen them get on this train. Ask him plenty of questions, they would too.
Oh, looky here. There's a picture of that Hannay chap.
Let's have a squint at him. Ugh, rough looking lot, ain't he?
Excuse me.
Say, young fella, where are you going? Don't you like that seat?
I do, thank you. But I just remembered something.
In a bit of a hurry, wasn't he?
All aboard!
Excuse me, miss, but I have to do this.
Nothing in here, Chief, except I'm on robbing a bit.
No, let's go down the end and then we'll double back.
I'm not accustomed to strange men barging into my compartment, let alone kissing me.
I assure you, miss, I'm no stranger than most, and kissing you was my way of hiding, not introducing myself. But I'm afraid they'll be back, and I might be compelled to do it again.
Really? Well, I'm not interested. Now, will you please go?
I can't.
What? Why not?
It isn't safe.
Listen to me. Are you going? Or shall I have to call the conductor?
Oh, no, don't do that. You see, I just need your help. You see, my name is Richard Hannay.
Hannay? Why, you're the man the police are looking for.
Yes, but I'm innocent, I swear. Look, I just really need your help. It's very important that I be free for the next few days. You will help me, won't you?
Yes, of course I will.
That's fine.
You say the police are on this train looking for you?
Yes, that's why I forced my way in here.
And just how am I supposed to help you?
You see, they're looking for a man traveling alone. If I stay here with you, they'll think we're together and just pass us by.
How clever you are.
You'll do it?
Yes, of course.
Say, you're all right. What's your name?
I'm Pamela Stewart.
Pamela. That's rather pretty. It suits you.
Thank you.
There they are now. Remember, I'll sit here and pretend to read, and you do all the talking.
All right. Come in.
Excuse me, have either of you seen one past in the last few minutes? Young, fellow, smooth-shaven?
Why, no. Wait, are you the police?
That's right, miss.
This is the man you want. He barged his way in here and told me his name is Richard Hannay.
Why?
Come here, you.
Let go of me!
Are you Richard Hannay?
Well, speak up.
Yes. And thank you very much, Miss Stewart.
Well, you didn't expect me to harbor a murderer, did you?
I am not a murderer, and I hoped you might have given me the chance to prove that.
Oh, we'll see about that. Come on, Annie.
Certainly, gentlemen. I'll go with you willingly. In fact, I'll lead the way!
Grab him! Grab him!
Open that door!
He's holding it from the upper side.
Here, let me try.
Now, 1, 2, 3.
Where is he?
Where'd he go?
There he is, down the passageway.
Back here. Stop! Stop!
Have you got him?
No, he jumped. He jumped off the train.
Well, he's probably lying dead in a ditch.
No, the last I saw of him, he was on his 2 feet, running like a rabbit.
We will return to the 39 steps after a word from our sponsor.
Air travel has come a long way since passengers crouched in open cockpits, bundled to the eyes. Now, comfort makes its greatest advance in the history of flight. Imagine an airplane so perfectly air-conditioned that even the faintest trace of tobacco smoke is filtered from the atmosphere you breathe. Gracious stewardesses serve you cocktails and champagne dinners aloft. And pilots with years of experience in the friendly skies guide you smoothly to fascinating destinations just hours away. Mount Rushmore, the Statue of Liberty, and San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge, just to name a few. On North by Northwest Airlines, the world leader in air travel, first class is the only service we offer. So, come fly with North by Northwest and get a real picture of how wonderful air travel can be.
Whatever direction you should fly, try North by Northwest.
With first class service, high in the sky, fly North by Northwest.
Destinations galore, so much fun in store. From sea to shining sea.
When it's time for up, up, up and away, fly North by Northwest.
Call North by Northwest Airlines ticket offices or see your travel agent today.
When it's time for up, up, up and away, fly North by Northwest.
Ah, that was beautifully put. And now, back to the 39 steps.
Hannay escapes paper. Hannay escapes paper. Extra special. Hannay escapes from police. Paper, paper, extra.
2 days have passed, and Richard Hannay, wanted for a murder he did not commit, and remains at large. Determined to discover the secret of the 39 steps, he has made his way to Scotland. The driver of a donkey cart is giving him a lift, and he is now on the last leg of his journey. The outskirts of a village, Alt Nashalik.
Are you going to stay long in not Chalakla Day?
Well, that all depends. I'm looking for work. You suppose I could find something?
I have my duties la day. Hard not Chalak is a mighty small village. Say, what do you do?
I'm a chauffeur.
Well, I'm thinking you better try somewhere else then.
Oh, I see. But aren't there any newcomers who might need a chauffeur?
Hey, now wait a minute. Hey, come to think of it, I did hear of something. About a retired professor who lives in a big house on the edge of the malls.
A professor? Yes, that's it. Well, I can try it anyhow.
Ding dong.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to see the professor, please.
And what name shall I say, sir?
The professor wouldn't know my name. You might ask if they know a Miss Annabella Smith.
Yes, sir.
Is that someone for me, George?
Yes, Professor.
How do you do?
How do you do? My name is Hammond. I've come from London, from Annabella Smith.
Oh, well, do come in, please. You must be tired. We can talk in the library.
Yes, of course.
Go right in, please.
Thank you.
Sit down. Will you have a drink?
No, thank you.
Well, now, what did you want to see me about, Mr. Hannay?
Hannay? You know me?
Yes. I suppose it's safe to call you by your right name now. What about our mutual friend, Annabella?
She's been murdered.
Oh, I know. Poor girl. Well, the police are looking for you.
Yes, but I didn't do it.
Oh, of course you didn't. But why'd come all this way to Scotland to tell me about it?
I believe she hoped to come see you about some air ministry secret. She was killed by a foreign agent who was trying to steal it.
Did she tell you what this foreign agent looked like?
Only one thing. She said the top of their little finger is missing.
On which hand, Mr. Hannay?
On the left, I believe.
Are you sure it wasn't on the right?
It might have been.
Like on my hand, Mr. Hannay?
Ba, ba, ba. It's you! You're the one that
The one she was trying to warn you against. The chief. You misunderstood her. She meant for you to kill me, not to bring me information.
What are we going to do about it?
Ah, that's just the point. What are we going to do? You see, I live here as a respectable citizen. You must realize that my whole existence would be jeopardized if it became known that I am not what I seem. You understand my position?
Yes. Quite.
Mr. Hannay, why have you come here? Why have you forced me into this difficult position? I can't simply lock you up in a room or anything like that. There's my husband and daughters to think of. And what makes it doubly important that I shouldn't let you go is that I'm just about to transfer some vital information out of the country.
What?
Oh, yes. I've got it already. I'm afraid poor Annabella would have been too late in any case.
Well, that's that, I suppose.
If only it were that simple. But it seems to me we have some unfinished business to attend to.
And what's that?
I have here a small revolver. Pretty little thing, isn't it? Suppose I left you alone with this. Tomorrow's newspapers could then announce that the Portland Place murderer had taken his own life.
You want me to kill myself? You're mad. I won't do it.
Then I'm afraid you've left me no alternative. You should have stayed in London, my friend. Oh, George! George!
Yes, Professor?
I want your help, please. There's a job for us inside. We'll carry Hannay to the garage, and when it gets dark, we'll drop him off on the road somewhere.
Where is he, madam?
Behind that table.
Here, madam.
Yes. Now pick him up and...
I'm sorry, but, madam. There's no one here.
What?
You can see for yourself.
Ba, ba, ba.
Why, I shot him. The body was lying there on the floor.
The body, madam, seems to have disappeared.
Ba,
Bum, bum, ba!
Zoom, 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 zoom. Meep, meep.
Get out of the road, please. What do you mean by standing in front of my car? You might have been killed.
Sorry, lady. I just wanted to look. Would you mind? Well, Miss Stewart, how do you do?
You? What are you doing here?
Richard Hannay is my name. I believe we've met before. On a train, wasn't it?
Yes, I think so.
And if I remember correctly, you handed me over to the police, didn't you?
Oh, get away from me.
Don't worry, I won't hold it against you.
That's very kind of you.
What are you doing in Al-Nashalat?
I live here.
It's a charming place, isn't it? Do you know where the local police station is?
Of course I do.
Well, take me there. And hurry, please.
Well, suppose you know what you're doing.
Oh, yes. You see, I know who killed Annabella Smith.
Is that so?
The same woman who shot me a few minutes ago.
Shot you? Where?
Right in the cigarette case. See? There's a hole in one side of it. Funny little thing, cigarette cases. If I hadn't been carrying it about in my breast pocket, the hole would have been in my chest. And to think, only last week I was trying to quit.
Just who was this villain?
A gentlewoman called the Professor.
You didn't mean Professor Bartlett.
I didn't stop to inquire her last name.
Oh!
Oh, come now. It isn't as funny as all that.
Do you actually mean you're going to the police with this story? That Professor Bartlett shot you? That she's the one who killed the woman you're accused of killing?
Of course. Why not?
You expect them to believe it, I suppose.
Well, you don't, evidently.
No, and neither will they. Professor Bartlett, a murderer? Why, she's one of the best liked women in the village and a very good friend of the sheriff's. I'm sure the sheriff will be interested in your story.
Yes, I see your point. It hadn't occurred to me that. Stop the car, please. I'm getting out.
Oh, no, you're not. You said you wanted to go to the police? Well, that's just where you're going. And if you touch me or make a move to jump out, I'll turn this car into a ditch.
Well, aren't you the sweet little thing?
Now you just sit tight, Mr. Hannay, and don't make any sudden gestures. We're going right at the car.
You haven't the nerve, of course.
Haven't I? Just try me.
All right, I will.
Don't touch that brake!
Hang on! Where are you? You all right?
Quite all right. Thank you.
You little fool. Why did you swerve? We might have been killed.
Hello there?
There's someone coming. Keep down.
Let go of me. Hello, over here, Richard Hannay.
Why you?
Hey, grab that man.
All right, honey, we got ya, and don't try any funny business.
Stand up, will ya?
Yes, of course.
Are you the police?
We've been looking for ya.
Put the handcuffs on them. One on him and one on the girl.
Hey, what are you doing?
We are handcuffing you to your friend here.
Now see what you've done?
Listen, you can't do this. I don't even know this man.
Get in the car, both of ya.
Will you please move over?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I am. Ow, my wrist!
You asked me to move, and if I move, you move with me. It's a scientific fact that when
I'm talking to this man.
Aye, you must. Now keep quiet about it.
Wait a moment. Where are you taking us? This isn't the way to the sheriff's office.
Oh, don't worry yourself about where we're going.
It's that eelhead we're going to see. The chief.
Would you like to have a small bet with me, Pamela Stewart?
All right. I'll have it with you, Sherlock.
I'll lay you 100 to 1 that the woman they call the chief has a top part of her little finger missing. Am I right, gentlemen?
You better shut your mouth before I shut it for you.
You see, Pamela, I win. They're taking us to your charming old friend, the professor.
Oh, what are we stopping for?
There's a whole flock of sheep crossing the road.
Blow the horn, maybe that'll scare him.
Meep, meep, meep. Meep, meep, meep.
Moving it. Come on, we'll have to go out and shoo him off.
Come on.
Move.
Now's our chance. We'll make a run for it. When I say jump, jump and run for your life.
But suppose they catch us.
Come on, jump!
Hey, look, they're getting away.
There they go. Give it to them.
They're shooting at us.
Come on, run for it!
We final act of the 39 steps. Following this break for station identification, this is WBFR in New York City.
Bum ba da da dum.
We now return to WBFR Playhouse of the Air's presentation of The 39 Steps. Oh, I'm so glad to see that so many of you are still here with us. Oh dear, I see that we won't be ready for another 60 seconds. However, thanks to our sponsors' remarkable foresight, we have a message that will fit here nicely.
I love you. You're so beautiful. Kiss me.
Okay, let's see here. All right. Have you been looking for a vacation spot that's tailor-made for a good time? Experienced travelers prefer the Bates Motel for its special personality, quiet dignity, and friendly charm. This completely modern motel offers accommodations such as insulated walls, metal furniture, box springs, Venetian blinds, carpeted floors, free radios, and parking directly in front of the 12 guest rooms. Pleasantly air-conditioned in the summer and snugly heated in the winter. Each room features a private tiled bath with an abundance of hot water. Nothing old-fashioned here but the hospitality that even Mother would say is second to none. The Bates Motel is truly an experience that you will treasure for the rest of your days. Just call for prompt teletype reservations.
Wouldn't you like to get away from it all? Forget your worries and relax for a while.
For a short rest when you're on a long haul or a honeymoon after you just walked down the aisle.
We've the spot for any weary traveler riding along on life's highway.
But a vacancy sign and you'll be sure there's no finer place you can stay.
It's the Bates Motel, 12 rooms, 12 showers, you can wash your cares away.
It's the Bates Motel, 12 rooms, 12 showers, every day's a holiday.
Ba-dum, ba-ba-da-da-dum, ba-bum, ba-ba-da-da-dum, ba-bum, ba-dum, ba-bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-da-da-dum.
We now return to The 39 Steps. When we last left Hannay and Pamela, they were running for their lives through the highlands of Scotland. Well, they're still running. Here they come now.
Please, don't run so fast. You're hurting my wrist. I can't go any further. I've lost my shoe.
There are 20 million women on this island, and I'm chained to you. All right, fine then. Go ahead and sit down for a minute.
Have we lost those men?
It's black as pitch on this moor. They'll never find us now.
You know, this is Albury City. You can't escape. What chance have you got handcuffed to me?
Save that question for your husband if you get one.
Why don't you give yourself up?
To whom?
To Scotland Yard.
Thank you, but it's a little impractical at the moment. I told you the truth on the train, and I'm telling it to you again now. There's a dangerous conspiracy against this country, and I'm the only man who can stop it. They were taking us to their boss, And God help us if they ever catch us again.
I see. You're still sticking to your penny dreadful spy story.
All right. Very well, then. I'm just a plain, common murderer who stabbed an innocent, defenseless woman in Portland Place, London. I don't know how innocent you may be, but you're a woman. You're defenseless, and you're alone on a desolate moor, manacled to a murderer who will stop at nothing to get you off his hands. If that's a situation you prefer, have it, my lovely, and welcome.
Well, I'm not afraid of you, so...
Why not? For all you know, I may murder a woman a week. So listen to a bit of advice. Do everything I tell you to do, and do it quick.
You big bully.
Gesundheit. Yeah, I like your pluck, but keep a civil tongue in your head. Otherwise, I might feel my next killing was a bit overdue. All right, on your feet now.
Where are we going?
I see some lights over that way. We'll do a little bit of investigating.
What kind of place do you think this is?
Well, I don't know. It looks like an inn. Now remember, back me up on everything I say or do. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Now, stay close and hold my hand. It'll hide the handcuffs. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the King's Head Tavern. And what can I do for you and the lady?
We had an accident with our car a few miles back.
Oh, that's too bad, no? You want to spend the night, I suppose?
Yes, we do.
Will it be 2 separate rooms or 1?
2 separate rooms?
1 room, please. 1.
Well, which?
1. Thank you.
1. And what's the name?
Hawkinson. Hawkinson. Henry Hawkinson and Mrs. Hawkinson.
Well, come along, Mr. and Mrs. Hawkinson. The room is at the top of the landing.
Nice place you have here.
Thank you. Here's your room.
Thanks very much.
Well, good night to you.
Oh, wait, please, you mustn't go.
What's the matter? Is there something wrong?
Yes, well...
Of course there's nothing wrong. She just wants to tell you something. That's all.
Yes, I would like...
See, we're a runaway couple.
Are you now?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we've been running all night. So, if anyone inquires for us, you won't give us up, will you?
Of course not. I was young myself once. Night.
Good night. I'm sorry, Pamela.
Of all the outrageous things, listen, you don't expect I'm going to spend the night in this room with you.
Personally, I don't see how you could help yourself.
I didn't ask to come with you.
And I didn't invite you. But here we are.
Well, aren't you afraid the men will find us?
I'm not thinking of that so much as a way to get out of these handcuffs.
Oh, I have an Alpha in my pocket. Maybe that'll help.
That would be dandy. If you file for 24 hours, 10 years from now, we might be free. Imagine chained to you for 10 years. It's a horrible thought.
I've had enough of your insults. I'm going to tell the innkeeper the whole story.
You want me to hang for a murder I didn't commit?
As long as you hang, I don't care whether you committed it or not.
What a bloodthirsty creature you are. Haven't you any pity?
Nope.
Ow! What are you up to now?
I'm trying to file the handcuffs.
Well, don't jab me in the wrist that way. I don't like it.
I'm sorry.
You're going about it in a very amateurish fashion anyway. I can see you know nothing about filing handcuffs.
At least I'm trying to do something.
Well, if you don't mind, I think I'm going to try to get some sleep. I haven't had a wink in 48 hours.
Well, I'm not in the least bit tired.
You don't mind if I stretch out in this chair, do you?
Not at all.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. But I don't see how you can sleep at a time like this.
Watch me.
Listen, did you hear that? There's a car out there. It just drove up.
It's your imagination.
It was not my imagination. I heard a car. All right, if you don't care.
I don't care. I just don't care.
It's early the following morning. Richard Hannay stirs restlessly in the armchair, rubbing his sleepy eyes. Suddenly, he jumps up from the chair, staring down at the handcuffs. He now only has on his wrist. Pamela Stewart has freed herself and now sits across the room.
Good morning, Mr. Hawkinson.
How did you get free?
Oh, very simple. A little walk while you had your beauty sleep.
I suppose you filed the handcuffs?
No, I picked the lock. I was trying to do the same for you, but the file broke.
Say, what's wrong with you? Why are you being so nice? You aren't ill, are you?
No? Why should I be?
Why didn't you leave? You were very anxious to last night, if I remember correctly.
Well, something happened last night that convinced me that you've been telling the truth. When I got free, I went downstairs. That car you said I imagined belonged to our pursuers. They were sitting downstairs when I got there.
Did they see you?
No, I hid behind the counter. They asked the innkeeper about us.
What did he say?
He said he hadn't seen us. Then they ordered something to eat, and while they were eating, they talked a lot about the 39 steps.
The 39 steps?
And don't ask me what it means, because I don't know. But they said the professor was clearing out of the country.
Then she's got the secrets. Did they say how soon she was leaving?
No. But they did say that he was going to London to pick up someone at a music hall.
The 39 steps? London Music Hall? It doesn't make any sense. Which room are these men in?
Oh, they left about 4 or 5 hours ago.
What? You let them leave after hearing what they said? 4 or 5 precious hours wasted. Oh, you button-headed little idiot.
Don't you speak to me like that!
My dear girl, I'm accused of murder, and the only way to clear my name is to expose those spies.
Well, then why don't you go to Scotland Yard?
You said it yourself. They wouldn't believe me.
Well, then why don't I go to Scotland Yard?
Why not? Yeah, they believe you.
Of course they would.
Come on, we'll catch the next train to London.
So predictable.
Give me that, please. Extra lime.
This isn't what I ordered.
Check, please.
I'll have the usual, please.
You wish to order now, sir?
I'll take what she's having.
No, thank you. I'm waiting for someone.
I beg your pardon, sir, but your face looks familiar. Are you someone famous?
No, I'm not. Bring me a bottle of ale, will you?
Very good.
Make that 2, please.
Yes, miss.
Pamela, sit down. What happened? Did you go to Scotland Yard?
Yes, and prepare yourself for a shock. They checked every possible channel, but the Air Ministry is positive there are no papers that are missing that would be of any possible interest to spies.
That's incredible. Are you sure?
Well, that's exactly what they said.
I don't know what to make of it.
I think we've been tricked.
Oh, it certainly is very bewildering.
Oh, I'm sorry, Richard. Really, I am. Look, I think you better go now.
Go where?
Any place. Leave the country. I'll help you. Oh, I know it sounds funny, but I somehow couldn't bear the thought of them catching you again.
Why, Pamela?
I guess I've just changed my mind about you. That's all. I suppose you're as vain as a peacock, and I couldn't stand you for any length of time, but you're something else.
Well, you know, if I wasn't in this situation,
What?
Nothing. What's that tune you're humming?
That silly one of yours must have picked it up.
Wait a minute! Pamela, you're brilliant!
Me? What did I do?
That tune! Now I remember where I've heard it before. And I know where we have to go.
Where?
Follow me.
Here are your seats, sir. First 2 on the aisle.
Thank you. Sit down, Pamela.
This is silly. The show's almost over.
Be quiet. I'm just playing a hunch. That's all.
gentlemen, if I can have your kind permission and attention, I now have the honor of presenting to you one of the most remarkable women in the world. I present Mrs. Memory.
Pamela, look in the box to the right of the stage. You see that tall woman sitting in front? It's the professor herself.
You've got to get out of here before they see you.
No, sit down. Listen.
Every day, she commits to memory 50 new facts. 50, ladies and gentlemen. And she remembers them all. Facts from history, geography, from newspapers, and scientific books.
Pamela, I've got it! I've got it!
Got what?
Of course there are no papers missing. All the information's inside Mrs. Memory's head.
I still don't understand.
Don't you see? The details of that Air Ministry secret were borrowed, memorized by this woman, and then replaced before anyone can find out. That's why the professor is here, to take Mrs. Memory out of the country after the show.
When did Florence Nightingale die?
How tall is the Empire State Building?
How old is Mae West?
Pardon me, sir, but there's some gentlemen wish to speak with you.
Who, me?
Are you Richard Hannay?
Well,
You're under arrest.
Wait, officer. Look, there's something here you ought to know.
Come along quietly.
But that woman on the stage.
Don't cause any trouble and spoil people's entertainment.
Question, please. Do not hesitate.
Wait a minute. Mrs. Memory, what are the 39 steps? Come on, answer up. What are the 39 steps?
The 39 Steps is an organization of spies collecting information on behalf of the Foreign Office of...
It's that woman up there in the boxer shop. That woman.
Keep your seats. There's no need for an alarm. No cause for an alarm. Is there a doctor in the house? Is there a doctor in the house?
I want to see Mrs. Memory, please. Where's her dressing room?
Number 5. But you can't go in right now.
I'm afraid we have to. Detective, have you a pencil and piece of paper?
Yes.
I want you to write down everything you hear.
Now, listen here. I don't know what this...
Do as he tells you, please.
I'm going to prove to you that the woman who shot Mrs. Memory is the same who murdered the woman I'm accused of killing.
Yes, what is it?
We want to see Mrs. Memory. How is she, Doctor?
She's pretty bad. Did you get whoever shot her?
We got her, all right. What's this all about?
Mrs. Memory, can you hear me?
Yes.
Mrs. Memory, there's something I'd like you to tell us, please.
Yes.
What was the secret formula you were taking abroad?
Would it be all right, me telling you, sir? It was a big job to learn it. The biggest job I've ever tackled. And I don't want to throw it all away.
It'll be quite all right.
The first feature of the new engine is its greatly increased ratio of compression, represented by R minus over R to the power of gamma. where R represents the ratio of compression and gamma, seen in end elevation, the axis of the two lines of cylinders. This device renders the engine completely silent. Am I right, sir?
Quite right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad it's off my mind at last.
Ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 da.
This way, please. We can pick up the police car on the corner.
The police car? Where are you taking us?
To Scotland Yard, of course.
To Scotland Yard? But you can't do that. You heard what the woman said. I didn't kill anybody.
Easy now, easy. You'll be all right. All we want to do is put the story on the record.
Oh, that's better.
Nothing to worry about at all. You'll be free in an hour, Mr. Hannay.
How did Pamela go?
Well, she was with you just a second ago.
Yes. She seems to have disappeared.
Quite another mystery, isn't it? Do we have time for that?
Pamela! He's taking us to the police station to put the story on record.
But you can't do that. You heard what the man said. He didn't kill anybody.
Nothing to worry about. He'll be a free man in an hour, Mrs. Hannay.
Mrs. Hannay, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry, I thought.
Hannay? That'd be just fine, that would. We were together for 1 day and we fought for 24 hours.
20. You were asleep 4 hours.
Could you imagine what it would be like? Fight for breakfast, fight for lunch, fight for dinner. Just one long, drawn-out battle for the next 30 or 40 years.
Oh, 40 years? Do you even think we could keep it up that long? I mean, really?
Well, we could try.
You will be relieved to hear that Pamela and Hannay's story ended happily. They did not get married. And that concludes WBFR, Playhouse of the Air's presentation of The 39 Steps, our offering for tonight. But I have not reached the end of my rope. Next week, you will hear from me again without a shadow of a doubt. Put your suspicion to rest and join us each and every week for what I assure you will be something rich and strange that will leave you spellbound. Until next time, have a good evening.
Hi folks, I'm Melissa Robles. I'm a student at Citrus College. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We loved sharing our performance with you. In a time when isolation is essential, it's art that connects us and brings us together as a community. That's very much what the theater department at Citrus College is, a community. As we enter our fall 2020 school year, we hope to keep the theater department fully operational and to continue to bring our performances into your homes. By donating to the Theater Arts Department, your gift will go directly to aiding students from scholarships to costumes, sets, lights, and so much more. When we can't open our doors to you, we thank you for opening your doors to us. And we're out!